was a beating we took last night.
18th pick in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's hanging in there. I hope you guys are okay. Hope you're not as just God. What the hell happened last night? My gosh, what a beating we took. I have never, ever in my life been as embarrassed streaming a game as I was last night. And we took some beatings before. I mean, we took some beatings. New Orleans gave it to us pretty good, inch by inch. The Seattle Seahawks did. I mean, we took beatings before. But last night, I was totally embarrassed, humiliated, and it was awful. It was god awful. It was a beatdown. Man, it was crazy. Let me first say this. Mark Holmes, Duke Bothers, all those who I had bet, all the Cowboy fans out there, congratulations once again on beating the crap out of us. You guys were clearly the better team, both sides of the field. You outclassed us, and you won. You won. I give you all credit. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. I've got a lot of issues that I'm going to talk about with Eagle fans, but there's no excuses. You beat us, and I got to give it to you guys. I mean, you humbled my ass last night. And truly, it really humbled me, because my expectations for this team going forward is I don't know what to expect. I'm going to have none. I'm just going to watch. I'm going to see how they develop. I'm going to see what this coach is. I'm going to see what this quarterback is. And, we'll get into it. We'll get into it in a second. But really, first, a word from our sponsor.
Want to get an advantage over your sportsbook? You need to download the BetQL app. Their Best Bets computer model scans over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you the best recommendations for every game, for every sports, from point spreads to over-unders to player props. And look, if you don't want to use their model and you want to do your own research like me, well, that's okay. BetQL has you covered. They have all the information you possibly need, from player lineup changes to breaking news to injury report to line changes. You need it, they got it. Head to the App Store or Google Play Store now and download the BetQL app. Or you can head to try.betql.co/500 to get started now. Make sure you enter the discount code 500 to get 25% off all subscription offerings. Also, check their BetMGM offer in the description in order to receive a free year of BetQL. And then check out the Sportsbook offers page if you live in one of the eligible states to claim free offers upon signing up to one of the listed sportbooks. Don't miss out on your chance to beat your sportsbook this football season.
Thanks once again to BetQL sponsoring this video. They came big. They came in for me big on Sunday. Helped me decide to take Atlanta and the money line, and I did, and it paid off big time. Now, let's talk about this Eagle team, because first off, we got some bad news today. Isaac Seumalo, season over. He is gone for the year. He has, I believe, a Liz Frank injury. That's brutal. That means we have lost, in the matter of a week and a half, we have lost 3 starting offensive linemen. Here we go again. Oh, by the way, people were saying Landon Dickerson was like limping off the field. That's not good either. It is not good either. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. But we lose Seumalo. We also lose Kevon Wallace for, I think, probably like 5 weeks. Okay, I believe he has a shoulder injury. So he is gone. He is hurt again. He can't consistently play. He's hurt every game he plays. It's brutal on us. Okay? The Eagles have activated the practice window for Josiah Scott. Jack Driscoll, you're going to need him. They released Richard Rodgers from the practice squad now that Zach Ertz is back after the whole, being on the COVID-19 4 list. So, yes, the Eagles, that's where they're at right now. And this game, man, I haven't watched it again yet. I'm too disgusted. I've been literally disgusted all day. I went to sleep after the last night's game. I couldn't sleep for a while. Then I kept having dreams that I got out of my car and I'm walking away and it's rolling back away from me and I'm chasing it. And I really believe this was post-traumatic stress from that Eagles game. I think they gave me post-traumatic stress. I mean, I don't know if the players understand this or not. I don't know. But I don't feel like a lot of those players understood what this rivalry is. Eagles, Cowboys. Because the way that some of them act and play, Derek Barnett, I don't feel it, man. How do you not know how important this game is? To go out on Monday night should never happen what happened last night. It should never. I can deal with losing. I can deal with, hey, look, we fought Dallas and at the end of the wire and they came through. Hey, tip your hat to them. You were the better team, but we fought you good. But this was an absolute train wreck. Train wreck. And I'm getting, it's so frustrating. This coach speaks a big game. Says a lot of things that sound great. He says things like, hey, you know what? What I like to do is I like to develop the players. I like to teach them. We stop practice between plays to point things out. He's like, what I do is I build my offense. I take what we have and I build my offense around it. Oh, you do, right? So you take the talented players you have and you build around them. Then why did Miles Sanders get only 2 carries? Can you explain that to me? Can somebody explain on what universe would you only call 3 running plays the whole game? Now, I think they ran the ball like 12 times, but most of it was Jalen Hurts running for his life. So, on what planet do you ever call 3 running plays the entire game? Miles Sanders is one of your best players. He is the guy your offense should be running through him. Especially with a quarterback that has played, 7 games now? Not even technically a half a season. So it makes absolutely no sense. And now, the talk I'm hearing today is Jalen Hurts isn't the guy. It's Nick Sirianni's fault. It's Jalen Hurts' fault. Whose fault is it more? Look, they both stunk last night. Let's just be honest. They both stunk. There were points and times where Jalen Hurts looked lost. Like, what am I going to do, okay? And here's how I see this whole thing. I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of the future. I have no idea. This year was about figuring that out. But I'm going to tell you, I don't know Nick Sirianni, my cannoli-eating gabagool friend, who, he better stay away from the cannolis this week, dude. You only get bak. No cannolis. Because I don't know if he's the coach of the future. I truly don't. After what I've seen the last 2 weeks, I have no idea if he's competent to be the head coach. To me, the rest of this year is about finding out, is he the coach and is Jalen Hurts the quarterback? Now, I hope they can turn things around. It is week 3. You can turn things around. You have to get through Kansas City. Probably going to lose. But then you have to go play Carolina. I think that's winnable. Then you're going to play Tampa Bay and you're going to lose. But if you can win that Carolina game and then maybe steal that Raiders game after, which isn't easy, it kind of, things get easier for you and you can have a chance to get back in this thing. But right now, Dallas is clearly the best team in the division, not going to lie. And they're probably, most likely by December, they're going to probably have this thing wrapped up if they keep playing the way they are. Fortunately for us, they are the Dallas Cowboys, and they find a way to love themselves, and then they falter. So we'll see how that goes. But to me, when I look at who do I put the primary blame on, I give most of the blame to Nick Sirianni. I give it to mostly to Nick Sirianni. Because the way I see it was, you had a quarterback who's played, like I said, technically maybe just under a half a year. Okay, he doesn't know all the ins and outs. He's still learning, and you did nothing. You did nothing to help him. You did nothing when he was struggling to help him. You didn't go to read. You didn't run the ball. You didn't read the defense, read the tea leaves, read what was going on. Say, let's start running the ball. Let's get our offensive line going. Let's drag out the yards. Let's get some first downs. Let's help our defense. Let's run the ball. Let's get more balanced, and let's calm Jalen Hurts down and give him, and let him and help him out a little bit. You didn't. You don't use any motion. Everybody's just standing around, lining up and going. Very easy for Dallas to know what you were doing. And every time Jalen Hurts ran to his right, which is all he likes to do is run his right, he looks one time, he runs his right. Dallas just put a spy on him. Boom. They shut him down. He's not Michael Vick. He moves good, but he's not like Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick, where he's so fast he can get out of it. He can't. So my blame, number one blame, goes to Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni screwed this game up. His game plan sucked. The players were not ready, and I thought it was horrible. Okay? Now, I didn't even like the way the defense played the run. I mean, defense can't stop the run. But at least they got you a touchdown, and at least they saved another score. And the offense did nothing to help. So I blame Nick Sirianni the most on this loss. Now, as far as Jalen Hurts' performance, I didn't like it. He comes out first drive, and this is where I can't blame Nick Sirianni. He throws long, deep to the end zone to Rager. He way underthrows him. He has trouble throwing a deep ball. It's always seeming like it's falling short. He holds the ball too long. I know some of that is youth, and he has to learn. And I wonder how good his arm strength is going forward. There's guys like Drew Brees, and somebody shout out to Paul Blade from Jersey. He pointed this out. He said, look, there's a lot of quarterbacks that don't have the biggest arms in the world, but they're very, very accurate. Those guys who are good, like a Drew Brees, never had the biggest arm in the world, but he's very, very accurate. Hurts right now has not been accurate, and he doesn't have the biggest arm in the world. So we have to see what's him going forward. Now, my feeling with Hurts going forward is you have to keep playing him. You have to play him. You have to play him all the way through, because this is the only way you're going to learn. At least several more weeks. I mean, there may come a point where I may say, you know what, I just am curious to see what Minshew would look like in this offense. Let's see what happens. But right now, I feel like you have to play Hurts. You have to let him learn. You have to live or die by him. Because here's the situation. You have a lot of draft capital next year. You have a lot of picks coming. And these are going to be all, at least top 40 picks at the most likely. So you have a lot of picks coming, and you have to know if you need a quarterback. You have to evaluate him in 1 year, which sometimes isn't even fair, but you have to do it. And you have to evaluate him now. And if you do that, then I think at least you can make the choice at the end of the year, by letting him play. Look, we've got to go get a quarterback. We're going to have to spend a lot of capital to get one. Or, hey, look, he worked it out. He showed he's the guy, and we think he's the guy going forward. Let's bring him back, and let's go draft other players. We're going to need offensive linemen. We're going to need defensive ends. And maybe one day we can draft a linebacker early. That would be nice. But you're going to have to do all those things. So to me, where the Eagles are right now, they took a beating. You have to dust yourself off. You have to find a way to get competitive and come back. I'm not going to put any expectations anymore on this team, because I can't do it. I'm going to watch. I'm going to hope. I'm going to cheer. But I want to know, is Jalen Hurts the guy? A lot of you guys are going to say he's not. Or is Nick Sirianni the guy? A lot of you guys are going to say he's not. Well, if they're not, then we're going to have pretty high draft picks. In the meantime, I'm going to see what they are, because I don't know yet. But I know that I didn't like what I saw from either of them last night. And mainly, I have to put this on the coach, because once again, he did nothing to help. the quarterback. And like I said, how do you run the ball only 3 called run plays the whole game? How does that happen? Can somebody explain how Miles Sanders has 2 carries the whole game? We thought Doug Peterson was bad. Nick Sirianni, no cannolis for you, buddy. No cannolis for you. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, and of course, don't be a dingbat. So, I just talked to Mark Holmes. He is waiting, he is drooling, he is putting videos out me. I'm going to copyright his ass. But I have to go do the walk of shame. Thank you, Nick Sirianni.